Hey, I'm JT.
And I'm Austin Hill.
That's Tristan Muller behind the camera.
Hi.
And we're doing our film over Vikings. This is Mr. Egan's class of 2012. Hope you enjoy.
Now.
Alright, so the Vikings came from Scandinavia. They were forced to migrate to other parts of land because of cold winters and harsh environment. They lacked the food and resources to expand as a growing population, so they invaded Italy and England and France and Russia. Now this would lead to an influence of culture in these foreign lands, and they were able to spread their influence wide over every known nation in Europe at the time. Alright, so when was peak of civilization? I know Vikings very great, but when were they the greatest?
The peak of Viking civilization was the 10th and 11th centuries. However, signs of their civilization first appeared in the late 8th century and extended all the way into the late 13th century.
Oh man.
Now.
Alright, so again, many people think that Viking society based on warfare. Although that is true, and we fought for the mighty god of Thor, our societies consisted of many different cultural aspects as well. We wrote many great songs of literature, we wrote poems, we have strong government and working class. Some people think that the Vikings had little technology and they were just savage beasts. In retrospect, the Vikings had very good steel ships, send them downriver. They sit high in the water and they attack down rivers and down the open ocean. They had settlements. They go far as England and Sicily. They go down to Baltic Sea. They invade Constantinople at one point. That's crazy.
How did the Vikings affect the world at that time?
You ask how they affect the world. I tell you now. Alright, so the Vikings at that time of the 11th century or so, they were the most feared raiders in all of the land. They would come in and pillage villages and whatnot. Today, they've helped shape an image for all of Scandinavia. We think of Scandinavia, we don't think rich people and happy places. No, we think fear and Vikings. That's what we think. Thank you. Alright, Tristan, what made the Vikings so great? Why did they, stand out in history?
The Vikings. What did the Vikings stand out in history? Well, you see, the Vikings, the way they designed their ships, it would allow them to go up narrow rivers. And then, once they raided a village or two, it would allow them to easily escape their pursuers. Another thing that made the Vikings great was that they had a certain willingness to do almost anything. They would raid and rape and pillage, and it didn't matter to them as long as they got what they came for, which mainly consisted of gold and women's.
So what was the Vikings' most important achievement?
Well, although the Vikings achieved many great things, I'd list on their top achievement the discovery of America itself. Silly Americans. Anyway, this guy, Leif Erikson, typical Viking. His land became barren, empty. His family starve. He travel to find new land, new food, and new horses and whatever. He go across Atlantic Ocean, and he land in Greenland. He figured, Greenland no good, it's too full of ice. So he go to Canada, and he land on mainland, where he's attacked by savage Indians. They kill him. But it's always wrote about in Norse tales of his journey. Why I walking the river? I need my longboat with the oars. I left in boat repair shop. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I'm going to get bit by sea serpent. The Gleipnir is going to bite my crotch. What am I doing? Why do I have this sword? No. Alright, so which one of our gods is the most important?
Well, the three most important were Odin, Thor, and Loki. Odin was the king of the gods. Loki was the god of mischief and evil. And finally, Thor was the most important, was the god of battle.
The most important god to a Viking during this era was Thor. Every Viking, big or small, wore a symbol of Thor when they went to battle to protect them or honor Thor. And all warfare sacrifices were presented to him.
Pillage! Well,
One of the important aspects of Viking culture was that women were equal to men. In fact, they had a myth and legend about women who carried dead soldiers to Valhalla or heaven when they died. These shield maidens were an important aspect of Viking culture.
yeah, woman. Find stop button now.
I'm hunting our prey in our homeland. There is very, very small food sources. One of our food sources is animal meat. We must hunt our meat or we will starve. And my family with my 9 children will die. So we hunt.
Tristan, why we wade through river and make noise? Wait, be quiet. Gosh darn it, Tristan. Stop making so much noise.
Noise is needed, my brother.
Shh.
Stop filming.
I hear the boar. Alright, Tristan, so how did Christianity of the Western world influence the Nordic people of the North who had their own gods and customs?
Well, you see, when the Vikings would, invade and raid their villages down south, they would encounter Christian monks and they would sometimes take them into captivity. This would therefore lead to the diffusion of, Christianity into their other customs, such as Thor's haramas. So they would end up wearing not only Jesus' cross, but also a Thor hammer at the same time to protect them, as they thought, twice as much.
You lost. Tristan, why not we make good song we go down river?
Let us make good song.
The Americans and their rap music. What be that? Can we do those?
Let us see. How to start?
Can I start?
Go ahead, sir. Start
Okay.
us off.
Alright, wading down the river in my 6'4", plundering the villages, raping the hoes. Got my Viking helmet on blast. I'm going to stab you with my sword. I'll plunder your family and rape your hoes.
Oh, that is a great Viking song. We'll have to remember that one. We're tracking that boar that you heard of earlier. He tried to kill us, and thank Thor actually, it left us alone. But now we track it because it kind of carried off the food that we had. But we're going to kill it anyway.
We find food with it. We find more food. We get more and more
we kill
food.
its babies. We kill its babies and we eat its babies.
It's a great idea. Come, be quiet. Be quiet, Tristan. God dang it. Thor. All hail mighty Odin. Go slower, Tristan, slower. I'm a Viking. Don't need no Jigglypuff. I'm a Viking. Got shoes on my hands. I'm a Viking. I go around in a band.
We caught the boar, and this is us eating the boar because the meat tastes good. Eating the boar. Eat the
Delicious. Beard hair.
Show me.
Yummy.
Show me eating the boar.
I
now.
eat boar.
Eat the boar. Now you hold camera and let me eat boar.
I eat
Yeah, I eat boar.
Good boar. I love the boar.